Greetings, Save Toys YouTube. My name is Travis, and on this week's episode of Save Toys, we're going to be doing another segment of What I Think. Now, you may remember a couple episodes back I said from time to time I would be doing these segments that I entitled What I Think, where I give my opinion on action figures and comic books and things relating to the collecting community as a whole. Now, I have two disclaimers before we get started very quickly. First off, you totally do not have to agree with me on any of this. You have a mind and you're free to think differently. That's kind of what adds to conversation in the nerd world about different topics that we will be discussing. My second disclaimer, been feeling very under the weather this weekend, and so you probably noticed that. But the good news is I film everything a week in advance, so next week, by the time you see this video, I'll be my jolly, happy, good-looking self, you know. And now, before we get started, let me give you the topic. Today on What I Think, we're going to be discussing collecting and the reason why I personally collect my little plastic people and my action figures and comic books and comic book movies and things like that. So, let's get started. Oh, what's that? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's another great episode of Save Toys coming right at you. Let's get started. Alright, Save Toys YouTube. We're here at the Nerd Cave, and we're going to get this episode of What I Think started off and start talking about collecting and why I collect. Now, you know, if you spend any time at all with us here at Save Toys, that our slogan is, if you like it, collect it. Let me explain a little bit about that. It's the fact that I collect action figures, comic books, comic book movies, and things like that. But that's only a small cubbyhole in the collecting community. It's my niche. It's not necessarily yours. There are people that collect everything ranging from snow globes to placemats, classic cars, fishing poles, and Benjamins. And it's all good. We sometimes collect these different things, and many times our reasons for collecting will kind of overlap. You know, someone may collect this over here for the same reasons why someone might collect something way over on this side of the collecting community. You know, and put it all together, it's the same heart, the same passion, the same drive, just many different niches. And that's what's so cool about collecting. And so with that said, I want to answer the question, why does Travis collect little plastic people, action figures, and comic book stuff? Well, there's three particular reasons that I want to talk about here today. One is definitely nostalgia. Nostalgia is one of those things that keeps you young, keeps you connected to your youth. I remember some of my first action figures. I collected He-Man in the 80s and some of my first X-Men on Christmas of 1991, and been doing it pretty much my whole life. I know sometimes when I see an action figure that reminds me of one that I had as a kid, I experience that same feeling of, I found it, you know, that I did years ago, and it connects me so well to my youth. And as I get older, I like that, you know. And one of the second reasons is because it's a way that I can like what I like and you can like what you like. Let me give you a quick example. This guy up here on my shelf. Yeah. 91's Toy Biz Classic Brown Suit Wolverine. Now, we talked about him actually on my first episode here. Now, like I said, I love this action figure. It's my holy grail. I can have 100 more of them and still just love them. And I also like the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, the yellow and the blue. And some people may like that one better than this one. And guess what? If that's what you like, you collect that. This is what I collect. Now, I do have some of the others, but this is my holy grail, you know? So it's a place that I can be free to like what I like the way I like. You can like what you like the way you like. And it all melds together good. You know, nothing takes away from each other. Now, the third reason why I personally collect is just simply the fun. I mean, come on. It's great when you're hunting that specific item that you're trying to acquire for your collection, and you see it and you grasp it and you find it and you purchase it, take it home and put it in your collection, whether you display it or use it or stick it in your truck, whatever. You know, that's a very special feeling, and it's fun, and you know, it's an escape from reality. You know, we deal with our jobs, we deal with our lives, and that's great. And we also need recreation, you know, for our brains, and it's just terribly fun, you know. I don't want my collecting to necessarily bleed over into reality. You know, for all, this is a little side rabbit I'm chasing here. For all those people that hated on the Venom movie, you know, that people didn't act quite right to the finding out of the symbiote, or they adjusted too quickly or whatever, that's because it's fantasy. You know, the fact of the matter is, all props go out to screenwriters for comic book movies and superhero movies. Because, yes, you do want it relatable to reality, but it has to walk that fine line with myth and mythos and reality. And I think overall these movies do a really great job making it relatable, but still holding on to that thing that I don't want to lose, that little something special in them where it's just not real. It's not reality. You know, so yeah, my third reason for collecting is it's totally fun, and you should have fun with it too. And as a matter of fact, if it's not fun to collect whatever it is you're collecting, find something else. There are billions of things to collect out there, and it should be bringing you joy and happiness. And I want it to, and everybody here at Save Toys does as well. So whether it's little plastic people or vacations to the Bahamas, remember what I always say here in closing: if you like it, collect it. All right, see you next episode, and I hope I'll be feeling better by then. Now, as I always say, please like and subscribe. Click the little bell here at YouTube so you can be updated every time we put down new material here. But also join us on Facebook, Save Toys, SAVD Toys. I do devotions, I do articles and things about the upcoming action figure or whatever I'm going to be reviewing throughout the week to give you a little bit of information on all that. And so I want you to join us there. I also do some giveaways. I've got one I think that's going to be coming up soon if everything works out. And because we're actually coming up on our 10th episode. So I'm very excited about that. Now, you go out there, have a great week. And remember, again, you like it, collect it. See you later. Greetings, Save Toys YouTube.